Good evening. Well, with interest rates set to rise further this year and credit contracts and the Consumer Finance Act changing, what does it mean for you when it comes to personal loans? Well, to discuss all this, I'm joined by Stadium Finance's Sales and Operations Manager, Kath McCarthy. Good evening, Kath.
Hi, Chris.
Nice to see you. We've seen all those horror stories of where somebody was unable to get a loan. Now, was that because the banks were misinterpreting the rules in the first place, or did the government go overboard, do you think?
Well, the rules were put in place to stop the predatory lenders, to stop high interest loans, people who couldn't afford loans obtaining loans. So I don't believe the banks and the lenders went overboard. They were protecting themselves from, the penalties are quite high. Obviously, if we make a mistake and we lend to somebody that shouldn't be getting a loan.
Okay, now lenders have always asked for bank account statements. So what was new in this practice then?
So from the 1st of December, well, previously I should say, people were able to get loans without proof of income. So from the 1st of December that changed, and everybody is now required to provide 3 months of bank statements. So could be the Prime Minister, could be a factory worker. Everyone is in the same boat and has to provide those bank statements now.
So what makes going to a lender any different than just going to your usual everyday bank?
I think the time it takes. The banks take a little bit longer to process everything, and people are often coming to us when they've been to the bank and they're still waiting to hear from the bank. So they can be driving away in the car and they're still waiting to hear from the bank. So I think it's just it's an easier, quicker process. I hope.
I hope too. So interest rates are set to rise. That's what many commentators are saying. Would that affect loans that customers take out, say from the likes of you guys at Stadium Finance?
No, our loans are set at a fixed rate for the term of the loan. So whether it's a 12-month loan or a 5-year loan, the rate will be the same throughout that term.
What does pre-approval mean? Presumably you're on your way if you get some kind of pre-approval?
Yeah, that just means you're getting your ducks in a row before you go out and buy that item you're looking to purchase. So, you've provided your bank statements, the lender is happy with your affordability, and it's all pre-approved. So off you go and get your sales agreement for your car, for your boat, for your jet ski. And yes, it's simple.
Wouldn't mind a jet ski. Have you seen an increase of people considering loans for, say, EVs with the government's new, climate change rules?
We have. However, to a lender, it's a vehicle. We finance diesel vehicles, petrol vehicles, EV vehicles, and we're not really taking notice of what you're buying. That's your choice.
There are lots of deals, the likes of Trade Me and Facebook. I know both platforms are pretty popular still today. What about that? Can people get loans if they're considering making a purchase from those two platforms?
Yeah, definitely. We can consider private sales. So we will check that the security that you're purchasing is free of any other security, and we will provide you with the forms to sign. So it's a simple process.
Now, you finance vehicles. I've always wanted to ask this question. What else do you finance? What are some of the other things that people come in for and say, I need some cash?
Well, we financed everything: holidays, medical procedures. Currently, I'm financing an expensive Lamborghini. So, yeah, everything really. The trick with Stadium is we do require security for our loans. So if you've got a vehicle and you want to go on holiday, you can raise funds against that vehicle.
So how do I apply if I want to go through you guys?
You can go to our website at stadiumfinance.co.nz. You can give us a call and we'll take your application over the phone. We can come into our office. We've got an office based in Christchurch at 206 Ferry Road.
Just finally, further changes to the Credit Contracts and Consumer Finance Act could come into force next month. Are you anticipating anything in terms of what that may mean for the consumer?
No. Well, when I say no, I hope it makes it simpler, just a simpler process. And yeah, it just makes it easier and, from our point of view and the borrowers really.
Excellent stuff. Not so bad news after all. Kath McCarthy from Stadium Finance. Good to speak with you. Have a great night.
You too. Thanks, Chris.